And definitely the second time I was able to hold him, and immediately after he was taken out, and that made a big difference too. That really was very bonding in a different way. So it was an amazing experience having my two boys.
Yeah, it's actually, I think, birth. I studied after having Yanko, my son, with this amazing therapist,
Hmm.
Laura Goodman. She's from Argentina, and she has all these books. It's so good. And she has one which is like the encounter of the mother with her own shadow after giving birth,
Mm.
being a mother. So it helped me so much. I read it like 2 years after I gave birth, but I still was feeling like so much in the momentum of the birth. Like I couldn't believe it was 2 years. I was like, for the first 4 months, I couldn't sit down. I was like really like, because the baby came down really hard. Like for me, it was also like not an easy experience. And she's always saying like the birth is like you live life, like you give birth as you live. And it reflects so much things about oneself also. It's like the opportunity of healing so many different like patterns and thoughts that we keep like holding to, right? And I feel like we always have that opportunity. I mean, we can always do it, but it's just like so noticeable at that moment, right? I was reading like books of like the birth without pain, like singing with the birth and everything. And in the moment, I couldn't sing, like it was in my house. There was the how do you call the woman that's helping you
The
giving?
midwife.
The midwife, yeah.
Hmm.
She was there, and they were leaving me the house. Like for me, they were in the other rooms, and I couldn't stand anybody touching me. She was trying to make sometimes some massages to me, and I was like, no, don't touch me. It hurts more. Like, leave me alone. Then I was trying to sing, and the father of my son, he's like super amazing musician. He's a genius. And so I was trying to sing, but I was like, like you do these sounds like, and then everybody started singing in the circle. With all my family was there, and he was just harmonizing in between. Like he was doing beautiful sounds, and I just remember the vibration of everybody like doing different sounds, but he harmonizing it. And for me, just receiving that vibration, it was like, wow, that was the thing that was helping me, but it was really, really painful. So I get what you say. And also, like for a lot of years, I was like very resentful because like my relationship to him was not healthy. So we were fighting basically every day since I met him, basically, like 6 months after. And we had to heal these like things, and we just got over it like 1 month ago. So it's like 10 years of practice, constant practice of correcting my own thoughts about him, about myself, about the situations, about everything, just taking responsibility as much as I can, and it takes time, but it actually heals the body, because the body is just an expression of what we're thinking, of our mind. And it heals, of course, the emotions, because as much as you think the way in a different way, your emotions will be different. The convictions that you get in life bring or don't bring emotions. And that is the most amazing thing I've been learning. Of course, I had this time that I told you that I was trying hallucinogens. Now I don't do any medicines. Like now I'm just into pure mental healing. And I love it, because for me, it's like so empowering to know that whenever you lose faith in everything, which faith is actually like, I was talking to the father of my son today, and he was explaining me that in Arameo, the original word for faith means complete certainty. So that's beautiful, because when you have this certainty in the good side of life, that that is the only real thing, you know, God, and we are particles of God, then all your mindset starts changing, and you start placing yourself in a real place, because you cannot destroy that place, because that place doesn't depend on physics, on chemics, on, you know, like anything that is visible, anything that is going to change. That is a stable like base that is not going to change through life, you know. Like you can talk to a Sumerian guy like thousands of years before and some years after, and love is gonna still be there, and forgiveness is gonna still be there, and, you know, like all these powerful states of mind are gonna still be there, even if the medicine or whatever changes. So I feel, yeah, I completely get you. It's not easy, but there is a way out.
Well, you know what? One of the things that I realized that I had sort of forgotten about when I was going through my childbirth experiences, both of them, was the power that I had within myself to create my own reality and create this the way I wanted it to be. The second one, I had a little bit better of a handle on it. But the first one, I felt completely out of control. And that led to a lot of negativity and outcomes that I would preferred to have been a different way. But the whole time I had complete control over all of that. It's just that the way my mindset was working at the time was I was and actually the sad thing about it is I had already been made aware of the power of my own mind, right? But for some reason, once I got pregnant, I sort of lost all of that. And I sort of started letting my subconscious mind, which was full of darkness and negativity, create for me. Because if you don't take control and create your own life with your thinking and your actions, then your subconscious will do it for you. You'll be on autopilot, which is how I felt. I felt like I was on autopilot, like I was going through every day and just like a loop of not reality, but it was like the days were just passing and I felt almost like a robot. Like I was so not present. And it was because my subconscious mind was just doing it because I wasn't in control. I wasn't taking my power and creating my life the way I wanted it to be. So one day I woke up right from that autopilot mode and realized that I wasn't living the life that I wanted to be living. And I set about changing that because I did know better. So even if you know better, sometimes you relapse into old ways of thinking, old ways of being. And it is like kind of like what you were saying about your son's father and yourself, working through things within your own self and your own issues, that actually help you deal with the other partner better or deal with a life better. And finding that happiness, which is something that you say, happiness within your own self, right? And being able to not look at my ex-husband, he's making me unhappy. I'm so unhappy because of him. And taking maximum accountability or responsibility for that and saying, I'm unhappy because I'm doing this to me because of what I'm choosing. And if I want to be happier, I have to work on myself and feel better about myself. And then once I feel better about myself, I'll choose better for myself. So,
yeah, and
yeah.
you know what I've been learning lately? Like, it's more about the thoughts you choose. It's not about the things you choose, because the things are just like every time we see something, we're just seeing what we think about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I agree completely with you in the way the habits, which is this autopilot that you're saying, like we have to be reborn, like we have to rebuild our habits, which is like a continuous effort of goodwill, like literally. Because of course, when you're depressed, like you don't want to feel good. It's like you just want to be in bed. You just want to blame someone for whatever you're feeling. You know, you just want to feel pity for yourself. You just want to victimize yourself. Like I remember my best friend and I would have like this character. We would make fun of ourselves with this French girl. You know, like every time we were talking bad about our ex-husbands, we were like feeling like French girls, like, oh yeah, because this is a complot. I think he wants to help me. At least we realized and we could make fun, but I was not as strong at that moment to actually take responsibility of what I was choosing to think about him, because I didn't know that if you start like habituating yourself to think, for example, like he is God, not giving your power to him, like not like making him your God, but acknowledging that I am God too. So I am cause and I am the effect. So I was just like, you know, I didn't know this, but now I know, and now I try. I lose nothing on trying. And then I see all the light in that individual. I changed completely like my way of talking. And that's another habit that is very important. If you really want to empower yourself, you have to start talking of people like individuals, like not being able to divide cause from effect. Like everybody is an individual. Like they cannot, even if they want to hide their responsibility, they are building their own destiny. And that's real justice. That's the divine justice. So as much as we realize that for ourselves, and as much as we can make the effort of thinking, okay, I am God, he is God, I am cause, he is cause. So he has all the abilities and he wants to develop them because he wants to be happy. He doesn't want to suffer. Nobody wants to suffer. Even like the people that's, you know, like saying, yeah, I want to suffer, because he's one of those, you know, he really